How you doing? Ustream and Often Live. We're here to bring to you a different kind of car that we have in our lineup, which has been out for just under a year. And we've changed our game and our game plan from off-road and some of the on-road in our past to now going to dirt oval. Of course, we have had the late model out for some time, and after that, we brought out the Hyper Sprint car, which I'm going to show you today and showcase, which I do have in my hand. And that is this car right here, our Hyper Sprint 1/8 scale buggy-based dirt oval car, as you can see. And if you've seen before or seen on our pictures online, that you know that this is based off our buggy car, which is the Hyper 8.5, which was already a real well-built design chassis, and we brought it over to the dirt oval side of the racing class, just to show what this car is capable of doing. Since this car has a lot of front-end steering on it and is capable of running well on tight blue groove type of tracks and clay tracks. The 8.5 was a really good base for that and starting point. Of course, there are a couple changes on here from the 8.5 that makes this dirt oval car unique in its own. Of course, its style and concept of it is still almost as close as you can get to a real A-scale type of car. We wanted to stick with that kind of design and make sure that everyone liked the way it looked, and its overall design was to have the front wing and the rear wing. Of course, some of the Outlaws don't require a front wing. You can take that off and make an option of it, or just keep the big wing on. Or if you just want to go to even further by taking off both wings, you could do different styles like that. Of course, it depends on the rules that you're racing at in your regional area of what they require. But as in what we offer here, we offer it full with front and rear full-size wings on it for that racing class in Sprint. Like I said, is an 8.5 design. Of course, a lot of the parts are cousin to the 8.5. There are a few things on here, like I said, like the fuel tank that has changed from its predecessor. And we also offer this as an RTR with the 28 Mach 28 engine in here. So as versus this is almost the same as your 8.5 RTR. The other thing that does change on this is the glow plug igniter system on here. Of course, on an RTR or on a Pro, you would use a handheld igniter. But in this case, since the wing is so high up, we have to change that, and the design is in the input from the rear of the car, which is where you stick your igniter at this point in time. So you won't have to go over the top. Makes it easier for you to handle and get it started. So it still has the same designs as your Pro buggy. You can still use the starter box if you need to use it. Of course, there's chassis layouts at the bottom for the flywheel to come through. So if you need your starter box or any starter box that you're using at that point in time, you'll be able to get that done if you're running a high-performance non-pull start motor. This motor comes pull start in the kit. And like I said, it's just your RTR type of engine. It'll hold the RPMs on there. But if you're wanting more, like most of the races that are out there, they're going to try to put in a super high-powered motor like a Pico motor or our JL21 engines in there. So as we go through this buggy, and you can see here, of course, the tires that are on this car are not buggy design. They're more for a clay type of track or a smooth surface type of track. You do have wider tires in the rear that we specifically designed for this sprint car. The front tires are still a little bit narrower versus the rear, but they do offer still a wider track. And the same thing, the tread design is the same front and rear. It gives it that dirt oval type of look of tread wear on there to keep it as scale as possible. The other thing, too, we have is the pod in the back. The pod also is a battery holder. Of course, you take off the screws off the back, lift it up. You put your receiver pack batteries in there, and you can adjust your weight transfer if you wish. Also, your radio box is also in the back of the car. So you put your receiver in there and whatever else stuff you might need put in there, like a transponder system and so on. It comes with a one-piece body on here. It's already pre-painted for you out of the kit, and it comes with the red design. Of course, a lot of people have asked the question about the other design color. That car is designed overseas, and our U.S.-made model car is with the red and the yellow design on it. From what I'm understanding, we will have the optional color design coming in the near future, and a clear body for you to paint your own custom design to. The full sticker kit is already equipped on the car, and you work your way into doing what you need to do if you buy a clear body kit and do your designs. So the other thing about it is, like I said, it still comes with a pipe. It is a two-piece version pipe, coupler pipe, so you do use zip ties for it. Of course, you can use any option pipe because the pipe is still the same traditional style like a buggy. It's on the side of the car, rear engine design, so it really keeps that very simple. A lot of the parts on the kit on the suspension are stamped aluminum parts. You can also upgrade those parts to CNC aluminum. And the shock designs are from our 13 millimeter base shock designs, which comes from our previous Hyper 7s. Um, and the other things that we also offer on here is that it's still a 3 differential drivetrain on there. So if you want to add different options or different silicone oils for different track conditions, you can also do that too. This car, like I said, is based off your buggy design. So if you've been off-roading before, you'll have a better concept of how to get the car to handle around a flat, smooth surface. Of course, this car is made to design to hang the corner and drift through the corner, and that's what you want to do with this car. This is an all-out, full-running, high-speed dirt oval car, and you don't really want to hug the corners. You want to drift through the corners with this thing. The wings are really high impact, so they're made to handle a lot of big tumbles and rollovers. So that was the one thing. They're nice and thick, and right now they come in a white wing design. I believe that there might be an option for a different color design, but they haven't talked about it yet, from what I've heard. Same thing. The Hyper 8, it has the Hyper 8 arms front and rear. The suspension the same. Universals in the front, dog bones in the back, and it is steel drive shaft down the middle of the car. A lot of tuning options for this car because it's, like I said, from the 8.5 buggy. It still has roll center adjustments, cambers, anti-squats, and things that you need like that. Any of the shock tower setups will also work with this too. So hopefully we'll have this car going out in more circuits across the country and do some more oval racing. I know a lot of people do it in Australia, and they like this car, and it's been a really good hit. So we're hoping to see more of you guys go out there and purchase one of these and do some dirt oval racing. We'll get into segment 2 on option parts for the Hyper